ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 10 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ CBSE ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ದೇವತೆಗೆ ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಇಂದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಏಕಾಗ್ರಚಿತ್ತದಿಂದ ಶಾಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸುವ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲು, ಕಲಿತ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲು, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೆಯುವ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲು ಇಷ್ಟ ದೇವತೆಗೆ, ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ, ಕುಲದೇವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ. ಟೇಕ್ ಡೀಪ್ ಬ್ರೆತ್ಸ್. Yes, good evening, my dear students. Welcome Sridhar. Good evening, Pratham, Rabanjan. Okay, good evening. Good evening. Okay. So, this is class 10. First of all, you note those who are joining the live stream. This is class 10 state and CBSE class. State and CBSE class. Right, we are learning chemistry today, chapter 1, chemical reactions and equations. Chemical reactions and equations. This week we are completing this chapter and you are writing tests, subjective test in the classroom and multiple choice questions on Vidim's app. From tomorrow, instead of 8:30, please open your notebook, note down the time. There is a slight change in the time of the class from tomorrow, as it becomes very late for ICSE students. State class 10 state CBSE, class 10 state and CBSE. Note down the time first. CBSE, instead of 8:30, this will be between 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. 45 minutes, because class 10 ICSE students, it will become very late. Many parents are complaining. Therefore, slightly I am changing from 9 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. Slight change from this week onwards. I'll put it in the status. And myself, Desai sir, my number, you save it. Those who are new joiners, 1044 973157 1044 is my number. You can save this number as Desai sir Logzi. Technically supported by Vidim's. Right? Vidim's is going to smoothly prepare you for competitive exams. By mind maths will be taken in Vidim's app only. You download Vidim's app, and even the course MCQs, all multiple choice questions will be tested by the app only, and subjective test I will take after completion of the chapter. Myself, Desai sir. Those who are new joiners, you can note down the timing. There is a small change in the time. Instead of 8:30, you come live at 8 p.m. so that it will not get late for ICSE students. ICSE students. Class 10 ICSE students should join at 9 p.m. up to 9:45. 15 minutes, there is a gap required for my settings in the OBS studio. 9 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. Okay, instead of 10, it will be too late. Therefore, I am slightly changing. Join me at 8 p.m. So, Monday to Friday. So, alternate days, remember correctly. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday slowly I will start, or Sunday I will take. So you will have science subjects, chemistry, physics, and on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday we'll have maths class. We'll have maths class, right? Instead of 8:30 to 9:30, maths class will be between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I hope you understood. It is a combined class right now for all state and CBSE and ICSE. Trigonometry will be continued. Combined tough chapters or combined chapters will cover. Very important chapters for annual exam. I will cover them. Let us continue today's class. Just a minute. Okay. So in the previous class, we solved some in-text questions. Today, we are left with the remaining reactions. We'll try to cover. In the chemical reactions, we completed, we have two types of chemical reaction, that is C2. Types of chemical reaction. We are left in the chapter with C, displacement reactions. Displacement reaction. We'll cover the theory first, then I will solve some questions, in-text question, end-text questions, difficult questions. And D, double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reactions. We are left double displacement reaction. And E is a combination reaction, B is a displacement reaction, decomposition reaction, C displacement reaction, double displacement reactions, and redox reactions, very important. These three are very important reactions. And last part is daily life. Daily life redox reactions or oxidation reaction, effect of oxidation reaction in the daily life. We'll see, and the chapter will be completed. After completion of the chapter, you have to give an offline test here only, in the live stream only. I will give 20 questions, 20 marks question, 40 minutes. Then I will discuss the paper. Okay. Let us continue with the displacement reaction. Right? Suppose that I take two test tubes here, two test tubes, displacement reactions. In one test tube, I will take copper sulfate solution. I think we discussed it. Okay. In another test tube, I will take an iron nail, and using a thread, I will place it. Take iron nail, kabbanad mali togobeka, and tie it with a thread and immerse it in a copper sulfate solution, which is blue in color. After some 30 minutes, what is your observations? This is an experiment to understand displacement reaction, and you will observe. This is the experiment. You'll observe that after this 30 minutes, you take this iron nail outside, some 30 minutes or 1 hour. You take this iron nail outside, and if you take that iron nail, right, on the iron nail there will be a coating of red colored coating of a substance. Red colored coating of a substance on it, and the copper observations are. These are observations of the experiment. First observation is on the iron nail after 30 minutes, red colored coating will be there. Second observation is this blue color fades. Blue color of copper sulfate. Blue color of copper sulfate. Take pen and paper, jot down the points. Solution fades, means becomes pale blue. becomes a pale blue. These are the reasonings. Becomes a pale blue. Right? So this is the experimental observation, and you can write the reaction for this. Reaction, you know how to write reactants. What are the reactants here? One is ironal having the symbol Fe. Another one is copper sulfate having the symbol FeSO4. Right? Iron is a solid plus copper sulfate. You have taken copper sulfate aqueous solution dissolved in water. No heating is required. Reaction takes place on its own. Forming, what happens is this iron will displace the copper. What do you mean by displacement? Displacement means one element displaces another element from its salt solution, from its compound. Iron will displace and occupy the place of this copper, forming ferrous sulfate. The product formed will be ferrous sulfate aqueous solution, and copper is deposited as a solid. Generally, copper will have red color, means ironal when dipped in copper sulfate solution. Okay. Sanvi Kulkarni, welcome. No problem. So, no problem. Today we learn displacement reactions. We are learning iron displaces copper. That displaced copper will deposit on the ironal. Therefore, red colored coating is because of copper. You are right. You may be asked, a red colored coating X is formed. Name X. X is nothing but copper. Because copper wire you must have seen, it is having red color. And copper sulfate, blue colored copper sulfate in this test tube becomes a pale blue. Very important question. Reason kodri ant keltar. What is the reason? Can anyone of you answer? Blue color of copper sulfate solution fades. Remember, the blue color of the copper sulfate is due to what? Cu+2 ions, not sulfate ions. Cu+2 ions are converted to what? Copper. Means as the time passes, more and more Cu+2 ions from the solution are converted to copper and deposited. Therefore, Cu+2 ion concentration decreases. When the Cu+2 ion concentration decreases, color of the copper sulfate becomes a pale, from blue color to pale. Your answer should be, right? Why the color of the solution becomes pale blue? Number of times questions appeared. Reasoning, you can note down the reason for this. Write reason properly. Take a pen and paper. Reason. As the time passes, the blue color, better in one word you can write the concentration of Cu+2 ions. These ions are responsible for the blue color of the copper sulfate, not the total copper sulfate compound. Cu+2 ions decreases as the time passes. Nodri, adragin Cu+2 ions hengang kadime akota bartavu, hangang enagbirtadu andre color pale agtadu. Therefore, blue color fades to pale blue. Blue color fades to pale blue. That's all. Just one mark question. Pale blue. If it is asked for 1 mark, our aim is to prepare for an exam, and how to write the answer, what to write, what not to write will be my part of coaching. This is the coaching part. Write the answer like this. The concentration of Cu+2 ions. Yakandre Cu+2 ions are responsible. As the time passes, more and more iron will displace copper, and this copper will be deposited in the form of red colored copper on iron nail. Therefore, concentration of Cu+2 ion goes on decreasing. When Cu+2 ions decrease, the blue color automatically fades. After a long period, it becomes totally colorless because entire Cu+2 ions will be deposited, then it becomes colorless also. Let it be. I hope you got the point here. right? So this reaction is called as a displacement reaction. Let us define. You may be asked 1 mark question. Define displacement reaction. Give an example. Will be 2 mark question. If it is asked, your definition must be the reaction in which an element displaces. You can write the clear definition. An element displaces, an element take the position of, an element takes the position of another element from its compound, another element from its compound is called, write the definition of displacement reaction. From its compound is called, note this, displacement reaction. Correct definition of displacement reaction. Have the habit of noting down displacement reaction. Keep your notebook open. So this is not just YouTube to watch. Pen and paper, it is a complete coaching package. Prepares you smoothly. Give an example. You can give iron displaces copper from copper sulfate, forming, what is the name of this compound? Products. Names you must know. This is iron. This is copper sulfate. Correct answer is copper Roman 2 sulfate. IUPAC name. Or old name, common name is cupric sulfate. Even if you write copper sulfate, it is also okay. Copper sulfate, commonly known as copper sulfate only. Whenever copper is mentioned, it means that its valency will be 2. This is called as ferrous sulfate. Remember, common name is ferrous sulfate. Suppose that you are asked to give IUPAC name. In IUPAC nowadays, it is called as iron. Its valency is written in the common bracket with Roman 2. Iron 2 sulfate. And red colored arrow mark downwards means deposit. Any substance is the element is deposited, compound is deposited, then it is written with the arrow mark down. Okay, copper is deposited. Is called as displacement reaction. Okay. Now I will ask you, suppose that I interchange them. Instead of taking copper sulfate, I will take here ferrous sulfate. Instead of taking dipping iron nail, I will insert a copper wire. What changes do you observe? Keep it for 30 minutes. What are the observations? Can anyone of you answer with reason? Noted this reaction? Along with me, you have habit of jotting down the points. So what changes takes place here? Suppose that I take a copper wire, I will just interchange the reaction. Copper wire when dipped in ferrous sulfate. Copper wire will have the symbol, reactant will be copper, and you will get ferrous sulfate. It is not blue in color, it is green in color, green colored solution, dirty green, light green color, available in the laboratory. Crystals are available in the laboratory. I have taken aqueous solution of it. What is the reaction? Can any one of you answer? Yes, please answer. Yes, Raj Sharma. Precipitate. It is a precipitate means any solid insoluble solution. For example, best example of precipitate is you take milk. Milk ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. If you add salt to it, must have seen ಹಾಲು ಹೊಡಿತಾವ ಅಂತಾರ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಹಾಲು ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದಂದ್ರ ಇದ್ರಾಗಿಂದ ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಅದು ತಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ ಬಿಡ್ತದ, ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ತೇಲ್ತದ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಟ್. ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. I will talk about precipitate in double displacement reaction. Precipitation reactions I will teach you. What is the precipitation reaction? That will come in double displacement reaction. Just wait. Now answer this question. What is the reaction? Who can answer? Copper sulfate plus iron. You are written. Copper sulfate. Pratham Kulkarni is writing that it is copper sulfate and iron. Any other answers? Anybody has objection about ferrous sulfate? You are getting ferrous sulfate is a reactant now. Copper wire is a reactant. Ferrous sulfate is reactant. What is the product? Let me rub this. I think you have noted this. You note down. Yes, sir. Any answers? Practically you keep it for 30 minutes or 30 hours. No reaction takes place. Array? No reaction takes place. Can anyone of you answer why reaction does not take place? Copper, when dipped in ferrous sulfate, no reaction takes place. Houdri namagen gottagabekada? No reaction takes place. Niಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು reactivity series ಅಂತದ. ಏನದರಿ? Reactivity series ಅಂತದ. ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. Reactivity series. Reactivity series ದೊಳಗ elements are arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivity. I will show you to understand why iron can displace copper from copper sulfate. And what about this reaction? Number of times observed. Observation is no change. No change takes place. No deposition of iron as because iron is more reactive than copper. Correct answer. Correct answer. Correct answer. Okay, sorry, forgot that. Okay, Sharma. Now, to remember it perfectly, I will give a trick. Are you ready to take the trick? So, how can you understand which particular metal is element is more reactive than which? For that, so I will give you. Please take this sentences. Please stands for potassium. Stand. Yes for sodium. Carefully. Please stand carefully. 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 Ca. Calcium. My aunt. My stands for Mg. My aunt. 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 Aunt for aluminum. Zara. 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 Z for zinc. My aunt Zara is stands for I. I stands for Fe. Iron. Please stand carefully. My aunt Zara is lead. Lead. L stands for lead. Symbol is Pb. Lead. Having stands for H. Hydrogen. Having cooked. Note this to remember a trick. Cooked stands for copper. Smart. S stands for silver. Symbol is easy. Smart. Gravy stands for gold. Gold is Au. This particular series is a decreasing order of reactivity. As you move down the group, most reactive is potassium. This is a highly reactive. Next comes sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead. This hydrogen is a non-metal, only non-metal. Rest of them are metals. Note how to remember it. Please, for potassium, stand sodium, carefully calcium, my magnesium, aunt aluminum, Zara zinc, is iron, late lead, having H, cooked copper, smart, S stands for silver, symbol is Az, gravy gold. Even mercury also comes there. Observe here, down the group, reactivity decreases. Reactivity decreases down the group, down the series. This particular list of a large number of elements in the decreasing order for your 10th standard, if you remember this much, it is sufficient. In higher classes, it will be more. Clear? Note down this. Note down this. And these words can be memorized meaningfully. Please stand carefully. My aunt Zara is late having cooked smart gravy. You can remember this sentence. Please stand carefully. Carefully. My aunt Zara. Look at the first word. Zara is late having cooked smart gravy. So this sentence you can easily remember. The trick to remember the correct decreasing order, observe here. When I take a iron nail, when iron nail is dipped in copper sulfate, where is copper? Copper means hydrogen is taken as the middle one. The elements which are above hydrogen are most reactive elements. The elements which are below hydrogen are less reactive. Therefore, gold and silver are very less reactive, least reactive elements. Least reactive. Copper, silver, gold. These on the top list are most reactive. Most reactive. Up to calcium, most reactive. In between, aluminum, zinc, iron are moderately reactive. Very important later in metallurgy. Moderately reactive. Metals and non-metals will be learning. Moderately reactive. And below hydrogen are least reactive. You remember. Generally, metals which are more reactive can displace metals below it from its compound. Therefore, iron displaces copper from copper sulfate because copper is below iron, means copper is more reactive than copper. Sorry, iron is more reactive than copper. Therefore, iron can displace copper from copper sulfate. Can copper displace iron from ferrous sulfate? No, because copper is below and iron is above. He is a senior. He is a junior. Like suppose that iron is your teacher and Mr. Copper is a student sitting in a bus. Sitting in a bus. So teacher can, if a teacher comes in the bus, student should leave. If a student is a sincere student, ಅವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನಂದ್ರ, ನಮ್ ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ರ ಬಸ್ನಾಗ, ಸರ್ ಎದ್ದು ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ್ ಬರ್ರಿ ನಮ್ ಜಗದಾಗ ಅಂತ. Means a teacher can displace the seat of student. Suppose a student is sitting here, sitting on the chair, right? If the student comes, teacher should not give the place. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರ ಟೀಚರ್ಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಟೀಚರ್ ಹೇಳುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Therefore, this you understand. Teacher can displace student from a seat in a bus, right? If a student asks teacher, get up. No Indian student says like this. That is our culture, Indian culture. We respect our teachers, right? Whenever we meet teachers, we take blessings from them. If we are sitting in a bus, our teacher comes, right? So automatically we will even, I have seen many of my students, when I entered the bus, they left their seat and took my ticket also, right? So like that, they will respect the teachers. Therefore, the elements which are above are seniors, the elements which are below are juniors. Seniors can displace juniors from their place, juniors cannot displace senior from their place. And this must clear this sentence must, please stand carefully. My aunt Zara is late having cooked smart gravy. Will clear you to remember. Don't by heart, use tricks. I am against by hearting. I am against copying and by hearting you should not do. Learning you do. I say learn the table. Do not by heart the table. Learn the definition. Do not by heart the definition. Learning means listening it or reading it and memorizing it in mind, understanding it and correlating it with the day-to-day life. Whatever science we teach, you will find them in the day-to-day life. Copper wire you have seen. You may not have seen ferrous sulfate. I have seen they are available in the laboratory. If you go to higher classes, if you are CBSE, ICSE students, you will have laboratory also. In the laboratory, definitely they are there. Okay. So this is the reactivity series. We will take few more examples of displacement reaction. You will be asked, I will write some displacement reaction. You tell me whether they are possible or not. I will keep this series like this. Okay, I will give next example right here. Zinc, write this reaction. Zinc plus copper sulfate. I will give the verbal equation. You write the balanced equation in your notebook. Copper sulfate. Is reaction possible? You have to check first. Where is zinc in the electrochemical series? Sorry, activity series. In PUC2, we call it as electrochemical series. But for your class, it is mentioned as activity series. Zinc is above hydrogen, above copper. Copper is below. Can zinc displace copper from copper sulfate? Yes, reaction takes place. Zinc occupies its place, forming, guess the compound, zinc sulfate, and which is deposited again? Copper is deposited. Write the reaction and balance it. New symbol is mattering. Sir, in class 11, chapter 8, periodic table, there is a lot of trick and now it is hard to memorize the tricks. So much tricks and expectations have displaced my mind. You are in class 11. It is not class 11 class, my dear student. Yes, Raj? It is a class 11 class will be between 6:30 to 7:30. I will teach there. I have not yet started periodic table. There I will teach you tricks. Okay. 11th standard, still I am just now started first chapter. I will cover it in subsequent months. It is a class 10, not in the class 11. And while I am teaching periodic table, I will teach you. Don't worry. Periodic table is very easy, very easy. Don't worry. I will teach you clearly, step by step. Right? This is first chapter. Just I have started first chapter so that it will be a good revision of your school also and help you to write FA test. Zn zinc plus copper sulfate formula. You first make formula rating aqueous solution. So that you have taken copper sulfate solution. Zinc will displace. What is the formula of zinc sulfate? Zinc will have valency plus 2. Sulfate will have valency. This is aqueous solution and copper is deposited. Check whether the equation is balanced. Very important. Copper is a solid. Write physical states correctly. This is class 10th. Class 11th periodic table I will teach. Just now I started. Throughout year, this is a course. It will run smoothly according to plan. Monthly 2 chapters I have divided. Up to December it will continue. Along with the questions, tests, every chapter test smoothly. Log G course will prepare you. Don't worry. Zn plus copper sulfate gives rise to both Cbse and state. You remember. And zinc 1 atom balanced. Right? Copper 1 atom balanced. Sulfate group 1 group balanced and the equation is balanced. Need not do any balancing. If I take lead, now you write lead. Right? I will rub this activity series and write it there at the end. I think you have written it, right? First step in this displacement reaction is memorizing this. I will write next reaction, second example. You can take some other examples you may be asked. You can take lead plus copper chloride, copper 2 chloride. I am writing name, verbal equation. You write the equation and balance it. You will get lead chloride. Lead chloride means lead 2 chloride. Lead chloride or better lead 2 chloride plus check whether lead displaces. I will write, please write the activity series again now. I will write on the extreme right, please, potassium, stand, sodium, carefully, calcium. Practice it like this. My aunt, in mind you say, my aunt, aluminum, my, magnesium, aunt, aluminum, zara, zinc, is, iron, late, Pb, late, having, hydrogen, having, cooked, copper, smart, silver, gravy, Au. Now observe and tell me whether the reaction is possible or not. Reactants are lead dipped in a copper chloride solution. Where is lead? Lead is above, copper is below. Can lead displaces copper from copper sulfate? Zinc sulfate plus copper. Correct answer. Yes, correct answer, Sanvi Kulkarni. You don't worry too much, yes, Raj, about your future. You can attend my 11th classes if you are very serious. Are you in, yes, Raj, are you in a 10th class or 11th class? Tell me. If you are studying class 11, you need not attend this class. This is class 10. Look at here, I will be writing here, this is class 10. You attend my class 11 Yasraj between 6:30 to 7:30. I am teaching very important first chapter, some basic concepts in chemistry. Right, from first chapter, all the chapters I will cover. For PUC1 students, including competitive exam tests, I will take there. Yasraj, it is not your class. If you want basic, you can attend, no problem. But your class is between 6:30 to 7:30. From tomorrow, class 10 will be between 8 to 8:45, state and Cbse. Then from 9 to 9:45, daily classes will be there for ICSE, class 10. This is class 11. If you are in a class 11, this is not a class for you. Your PUC1 syllabus is very deep. You attend already, you just take the classes there 6:30 to 7:30. You can check in my live stream and study the previous periods and attend my classes between 6:30 to 7:30. Today I am teaching very important things already I taught. You join there. Pratham, please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper and mercury save gold. Okay, you can say. Zinc and lead are more reactive element than copper. Correct. Therefore, the answer is Sanvi Kulkarni, correct. Now you can say, please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try naming how copper and mercury saves gold. Okay. You can say like that also. And this is sufficient for 10th standard. As far as 10th standard NCERT text is there for them. Only this. Mercury will also is below hydrogen. Mercury also comes. There are many elements in the activity series. Hundreds of elements are there. But for your class in 12th standard, we will be teaching you electrochemical series. It is a big series of elements. Okay. Of them, just a few selected. Even mercury comes below here. Okay, for your NCERT syllabus, they have given only this list. Therefore, I have taken this. Lead is above copper. Therefore, it displaces copper, forming lead chloride. Lead 2 chloride. Write reaction and balance it. Lead 2 chloride plus you can write the copper. I have given verbal equation. All of you write in your notebook. Don't look at the board. Pb solid. Our intention is to prepare you for the board exam, annual exam. Lead, copper chloride. Copper will have valency +2. Chloride will have valency -1. Cross the valency, CuCl2. Right? It is a aqueous solution. Copper chloride will be blue in color. Lead is colorless. And lead chloride is also colorless. You have PbCl2. Pb +2, Cl-. Formula will be PbCl2 aqua plus copper solid. Right? Physical state. Copper chloride will be blue in color. It becomes colorless. Lead chloride is colorless in nature. Right, another reaction. Zinc plus sulfuric acid. Very interesting. Sulfuric acid, acids forms. Can the reaction takes place? Zinc and sulfuric acid. What is the symbol of zinc? Zn plus, you take any acids, better dilute sulfuric acid. You will be learning in acids and bases and salt, second chapter. This is sulfuric acid. Aqueous solution. Observe, if you take any metal when treated with a dilute sulfuric acid, that will displace hydrogen from it. Observe, zinc is above. Where hydrogen is present? Hydrogen is present below zinc. Can zinc displace hydrogen from sulfuric acid? This sentence is also for reactivity series. You are right, don't worry. Pratham Kulkarni. You can use that. Whichever is convenient for you, you can use it. Okay, don't worry, you can use it. But this order must not be missed. That's important. Basic order for Cbse and state. Okay, is a reaction possible? Yes, because zinc is above hydrogen. Zinc is above hydrogen. Therefore, it can undergo displacement reaction. Hydrogen is displaced. This is the one of the property of the metals. You will be learning metals and non-metals. All metals cannot displace hydrogen from the dilute acid. Zinc reacts with the dilute sulfuric acid, forming respective sulfates. Can you get the sulfate? Zinc sulfate. Write the reaction. Zinc sulfate. Write the reaction. Plus hydrogen gas. This is one of the property of the metals, particularly those metals which are above hydrogen. Metals which are below hydrogen cannot displace hydrogen from the dilute acid. Write the reaction. Zinc sulfate, ZnSO4. First you focus on your formula writing, balancing, do not forget. Plus hydrogen gas is liberated, write gas. Most of the metals when treated with the dilute, what do you mean by dilute? Dilute means water percentage will be more, acid percentage will be less. That we will be learning in acid, bases and salts. Zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Balance whether the equation is balanced. Zn one atom. Don't forget it. Many students neglect. All school students I have seen in my long experience, they carelessly write the formula and lose. You will get 0 marks if your formula is wrong. Because no chemistry teacher tolerates writing wrong formula and imbalanced equation. That is a bad impression on the evaluator. Means you are not learnt correctly. You may know the subject, but you don't know writing because language of chemistry is symbols and formula and balancing. Therefore, I taught you in the bridge course in detail. For all classes, class 10th, 11th, 12th, go anywhere. These are basic things, so don't do mistakes. Zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Now I will give you interesting question. Can copper react with sulfuric acid? If I take a dilute sulfuric acid in a test tube and immerse copper wire in it, can a hydrogen gas liberated? What is your answer? No. Why? Because copper is below hydrogen in the activity series. The metals below are less reactive than hydrogen. Therefore, they cannot displace hydrogen from the dilute acid. Remember, sometimes people will deceive you by asking such questions in multiple choice. The product formed is, many students carelessly write it as copper sulfate. So that I give options. Option A, copper sulfate. Option B, Cu2SO4. Wrong formula kodtara. C, no reaction. D, all are correct. Which is your choice? Suppose a multiple choice question appears. What should be your answer? No reaction. Right? In the written test, if it is asked, why no reaction takes place? Copper cannot displace hydrogen from the dilute sulfuric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, because copper is below hydrogen in the activity series. Therefore, cannot displace hydrogen from it. Okay, write another reaction. That's all for today. I think time is up. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow. Remember tomorrow timing, maths date. I told you number of times, never get confused. Those who are new, you join my WhatsApp group. If you join my WhatsApp group, I will take the list of you in my students list for examination and tests, right? Then this course will be useful to you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right now we have classes. This is Tuesday, this is Thursday. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have science classes. And Tuesday, Thursday, instead of either Saturday or Sunday, I will fix the time to you. Sunday, I will fix the time to you and tell you. On Thursday this week, you will have maths period. Maths combined trigonometry will be taken between at 8 p.m. It will start up to 9 p.m. 1 hour combined for all the classes. Okay, that's all for today, my dear students. Good night. If you like our Log-G course and you just refer one student to join the Log-G channel, those are coming live stream. You must be in a WhatsApp group to get question papers, to get assignments, any updates, to send the doubt questions. I will cover them in the classes. Okay, even maths difficulties you can send there, chemistry difficulties you can send there. I will answer, right? That's all today, my dear students. Tomorrow we'll meet at 8 p.m. instead of 8:30. Time is changed. Note the time. I will put it in WhatsApp group also. All those who are coming in live stream, if you want to get the best out of it, in the description box of the video, the links are given for class 10 state Cbse. Click there, you will join my WhatsApp group. If you join my WhatsApp group, you can communicate more, you will get more updates, the course will be useful to you. That's all. Bye bye. See you tomorrow, sharp at 8 p.m. with pen and paper. Be ready. Mathematics.